Welcome to This Week in Security with our roundup of the most important stories affecting the UK security of private and public sector organisations. Our editor's top stories this week. UK government takes action after WannaCry attack, but will it be enough? A fake text that could cost you hundreds. Poor security causes a hotel chain to lose hundreds of customers' data. Are the stewards at your next festival really who they say they are? A US robot goes awry, and companies' house scams are doing the rounds again. Following the WannaCry ransomware attacks, the UK government have pledged £21 million to help the NHS boost security. The much-needed boost in funds will be put towards increasing security for areas in the NHS that most need it, as well as addressing key structural areas. It's likely the attack occurred because the NHS security system is older and less secure than a modern facility, and because of this, it seems like the servers that the NHS were using were easy to take advantage of. The NHS can only recover by putting new, updated security measures in place. By making sure their systems are up to date, they should be well protected against any future attacks. The challenge will be to see how far this money will go. The biggest vulnerability centred around outdated and unsupported Windows XP computers, which the government stopped paying for security support back in 2015. These make up less than 3% of the computers used by the NHS. The problem is that Windows 7 is next to become unsupported in just a few months' time, leaving far larger numbers of computers vulnerable to attack when they cannot be updated. Even with the current updates, Windows 7 proved to be far more vulnerable to WannaCry than XP, as it bore 67% of 350,000 cases of this recent attack. The build to replace all XP and Windows 7 PCs will outstrip the £21 million assistance offered to the NHS by the government. Phone scams are estimated to cost the UK over £24 million. Now there's a brand new threat emerging for mobile phone users of WhatsApp, the popular free messaging service. People who have been using WhatsApp for a long time will remember having to pay a 99p fee. The money you'd pay would cover your usage for the year. However, in 2016, WhatsApp decided to stop charging, and their service has been free ever since. Currently, scammers are taking advantage of a general lack of knowledge of the change to a free service to trick users to pay for them and steal their bank details. Using the alias WhatsApp, the criminals are messaging or emailing customers saying that their subscription was up and needed to be repaid. They are making sure users are convinced that if they don't pay out, they will no longer be able to use WhatsApp. If you receive one of the emails or messages, be careful you don't click on any of the links. Immediately report the scam to Action Fraud. Furthermore, if you find you've already followed a link, run scans on your device to make sure it hasn't been infected with malware. Are you thinking of flying to America and staying in one of Trump's hotels? You may want to reconsider. Customers of Trump hotels have had their personal details being stolen from under their noses. For months, hackers have been stealing credit card details from 14 different hotels owned by Donald Trump. Now, cyber attacks can create a lot of damage across the world. If the attack hits in all the wrong places, jobs can be lost and companies can lose everything they have. According to National Security Agency ex-director Keith Alexander, more than 50% of the world's cyber attacks are on US companies. The combination of the attacks in the US equates to $100 billion worth of annual damage to the US economy. The hackers had been taking information from customers from August 2016 to March 2017. However, Trump hotels didn't notice the details being taken until June 5th, 2017. Criminals had been busy getting hold of customer information, according to the notice Trump Hotel sent out to guests. Information such as cardholder name, payment card number, card expiration date, and security code were taken. The company asks for their customers to report any fraud directly to the Federal Trade Commission. They ask for customers to remain vigilant and to keep checking their accounts. Millions of us go to festivals every year, so when you go to one, you expect the security to be well trained and ready to act in case of emergency. What you don't expect is for the venue to be filled with fake badges and unlicensed staff. However, a Welsh security firm is under investigation after supposedly supplying fake badges to unlicensed stewards. The company under fire is LS Armour Security Ltd. Founded by Lee Schnusnik and Peter Velitis, the company said in a statement they usually subcontract their staff or use a labour provider, which is probably why unlicensed staff ended up being hired. The badges used over the summer of festivals in the UK this year were allegedly cloned. The Security Industry Authority SIA is responsible for issuing licences to security firms and bouncers. In a letter SIA Deputy Director Ed Bateman sent to festival promoters, he disclosed that the fake badges included a genuine name and licence number. Despite this, the photograph on the badge was of the unlicensed bearer. Mr. Bateman said that if SIA licensed staff arrive on site and are unknown to you, you must take all reasonable steps to ensure the person named on and in possession of the licence are the same person by requiring them to provide further evidence of identity. All over the world, scientists are finding ways to integrate robots into our daily life. Whether it's doing small jobs like issuing parking tickets or tracking criminals, we're constantly ready to incorporate new technology into our lives. We recently reported on trials of a robot cop by Dubai police. They are also starting to be used in the USA, but not without incident. A security robot was patrolling an office block in Washington, D.C. when it met its untimely demise this week after falling into a fountain. The model of robot is fitted with GPS, sensors and cameras that can live stream what it's seeing directly to a remote security station. We know from the pictures that the bullet-shaped robot failed to distinguish the water or stairs. However, the company have previously stated the droid can travel over even the most complex environments. Earlier this year, we reported on this very robot and spoke about how promising it looked. We also mentioned how last year an earlier £300 version of the K5 ran over a 16-month-old boy, leaving him with a swollen ankle and several cuts and bruises. After running over the boy, the robot simply continued rolling forwards. The incident happened at Stanford Shopping Centre, also in the United States. So, are robots the future? There's definitely potential, but we've still got a long way to go. Now, scammers are always trying new ways to get you to pay up. The most recent scam surrounds Companies House, a government branch responsible for incorporating and dissolving limited companies. This week, a scam has started circulating where people are being called by a company claiming to be Companies House. If you get a call from 0303 1234 500, don't answer the phone. If you do, be aware the company aren't a representative of Companies House. According to the Companies House website, companies are being telephoned and having details of their company's directors requested. This is after the recipient is advised there's a discrepancy with the information held on the register. Companies House have said they'll never contact you by telephone to find out who your officers are or ask for secure information such as authentication codes. If you've been scammed, you can file a report with Action Fraud or Companies House. Other scams the company have previously been subjected to include fake emails being sent out stating you need to update your password. If you ever get an email like this, don't click on the links inside the email to change your password. Instead, head straight over to the Companies House website. Now that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our new website with regular video news alerts and training and marketplace. You can connect there with decision makers in the security industry, and it's free to join. So if you're not already watching this news over there, then go to www.SecurityExpertOnline and click to register for free, as well as following us on Twitter and LinkedIn. You can also send us news stories at newsdesk@SecurityExpertOnline. If you have some special expertise, get in touch and you could appear on a future episode. Thanks for watching, and together online we'll make our world a safer place.